Hello Aquarius, welcome to your 2019 annual reading. This is for all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and this is for just a yearly perspective. We will have all 12 months out. I'll do some clarifiers, and we'll have the underlying energy for the year. So for those of you who have not been to my channel, this is a group reading for all Aquarius energy, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and this is just for an overview of each month. And we'll start with our prayer. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. Thank you so much, Divine. Your presence is always welcome here and very appreciated. I wanted to do both decks during the prayer so I don't have to pray 2 times and slow down the process. So I'm going to just give this a quick couple of these. And ooh, we're going to start off big, huh? So there's your January. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2019. Underlying energy is Page of Rods. So it looks like there's some starting off for you guys. It's going to be all about for all of us, we're all ready for a new, something new, something great happening with work. This is someone coming to give you some information regarding work, and we'll see what that takes us. So that's the underlying theme, is you've got some word coming in regarding work. Now this could be working for yourself. This could be getting an advance in the company you're already at. I mean, you know the drill. It can be any of those things. So or another job somewhere completely different. So we start off with the Devil. So the Devil card energy has a lot to do with having some very passionate, fiery energy. This is about a little bit of rebellion, okay? Some of you are feeling like, hey, you know what? Hang them if they don't like what I'm doing. This is how I want to live my life. So this is that very strong, direct, in-your-face kind of energy starting right off in January. Aquariuses are a little different in the air signs as far as they're very just staunchly independent. They like to be original and different, and they don't mind not staying, not being lumped in with the rest of everyone else. So they'll do some daring things, and this January looks like there's going to be some daring things happen. The one thing to remember with the Devil card is sometimes you can get addicted to the party. So be careful. Don't overdo it with the drinking, and be careful if you're fooling around with anything that does have an addictive connotation to it, because that Devil energy can sure have trouble with alcohol and any kind of drugs that cause, that euphoric feeling. So there's your January. Very bold, stepping out, devil may care attitude. Knight of Cups for your February. Now, this is about either getting a heartfelt offer or extending a heartfelt offer. And this Knight of Cups is moving really fast. This cups are emotion, so that's why I say some kind of offer. And it may require that you have to end something else to move forward. This is a mental energy, so this may have to change the way you think and kind of get rid of some of that really, really, really hard stuff where we get dependent on something, and some of you may be trying to kick cigarettes or kick some kind of negative activity that you're doing. Something's got to come to an end here, and I'm feeling like it may be the job offer coming in, and you got to get ready for a drug test. That's somebody that's happening for. So that was directly for you for March. So be ready. Others, it can be an ending to some negative relationship, negative energy that is stored up from something else. This is a divine ending. So whatever the ending is, it's something that needs to happen in order for you to progress to the next level. So, and here comes progressing to the next level in the highest way. This is the High Priestess. This is allowing your higher self and your source to be more out front and prominent. You're using your heart chakra. This has got the new moon in it. She's got her head back and her eyes closed. She's fully, fully, fully relaxed and in the flow and being carried by the universe. So to end some of the earthly, they're saying addictions, it can be it's just the human condition. You've got to allow your higher self to take lead, okay? Now, this is the King of Swords, which is good old Aquarius energy at its finest. This is also the Archangel Michael. So this is getting things focused and having good counsel. Some of you may be thinking of going into some kind of law enforcement, or there may be a court case with this. This could be a lawyer, a judge, it can be a doctor. This energy is also, it's something that you may be thinking of or going through, but it's also very much your Aquarian energy, and very strong, very, very quick-witted. Aquarians are very sharp people, very analytically minded, and engineers, things like that. So being able to move through into this Archangel Michael energy is fabulous, because he is also the protector, and he helps you get on, stay on the right path. So once you get directed with your higher self, you're moving forward through this Archangel Michael energy and into the King of Wands. So this means some of you, yes, it's talking about a job, but some of you are going to be working for yourselves. So this is that entrepreneurial energy. So jumping right into that, from being, choosing and being your, using your mind, thinking about what it is you want to do, and then implementing it. Now, this could be working for someone else, but I have a very strong feeling a lot of you are thinking of working for yourself. And then you have the Magician. So the Magician is now saying, okay, you've learned the High Priestess, continue that, and now make it into being able to exchange energy for the flow. So you've learned what the flow is here. You're moving forward with direct energy into this King of Swords and Archangel Michael. Then moving into the King of Wands, which is all about taking action and fiery passion, movement, doing things for yourself. And then into the Magician, who is all about transmuting energy and using alchemy to bring things into existence. So it's no longer about just staying in the flow. It's about making things materialize through the flow of the energy. Use the force, Luke. That is being tuned right into where you're actually bringing something into existence with this Magician energy, which is amazing. Now we have the Six of Swords. So the ideas that you're having, the experience that you're having, the plan is now implemented and moving forward using your higher self. So you're in the August energy here. This is July, this is August. And so in August, that's when you're really in the transition point where you're making things happen. So you might have had the idea about what you want to do. Well, now you're actually starting it. Now it's going to be a slow go for just a minute, because things don't just snap into place all the time. Temperance is working in your behalf. So it's saying in September, you're starting to proceed on your plan, but allow the universe to get some time in and move things in your behalf, because it may not show up right in front of your face. There's things happening behind the scene though, so don't think that you're being forgotten. Then we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is all about that fire energy for sure. She's taking the lead. Now this is where you have to get down to get the details right. She's very detail oriented. She likes to make lists and make lists of her lists. This can also be someone who is having that moment of leadership where you're bringing others into the fold. So we've got lots of energy, lots of fire energy for you here, which means lots of action. Then we have the Five of Pentacles in the November area. So this is about, you know, feeling a little desperate because you've gone out and you've started your thing, and you're at the do or die moment, and you're afraid because you haven't seen the full result. But do not be afraid. The universe is working on your behalf. As soon as all these light up, it'll materialize. Now, when we get afraid, we get anxiety, and we get in our head, and we get to analyzing every little thing. And Aquarius is an air sign, so this is a natural end for Aquarius. That's what they do. And so you've just got to know, once you get into the motions of doing something, don't overanalyze it. Pick the thing that you think is the best and move forward. Make a decision. Because making a decision and changing your mind is nothing compared to getting stuck and not being able to make a decision at all. So don't let yourself get paralyzed in the deciding point. So let's see what the... I'm going to give them a couple. I feel like they need a couple of shuffles. I know I shuffled and prayed on them earlier, but I just felt like they needed something. So... here we go. Underlying energy. Offers coming out. So this is what this is talking about. Some kind of offer coming to you, and you're possibly not thinking it's for you, or thinking it's too good to be true, and you're not looking up at it. Just be aware that sometimes the gossip's true. So this little guy, he likes to tell stuff. He gets excited, and he likes to go run tell everybody about it. So check into it. Don't overlook it just because you don't trust the source. Okay? Here is the Devil card. And a whole bunch of choices here. The Seven of Cups. So these are blessings from the universe, and they can seem confusing because they seem overwhelming. And that's where the Devil card is really talking here about, don't overdo things. Don't take a good thing and turn it into something that's now becoming a crutch, or something that's going to turn into a blockage for you, okay? So the Seven of Cups are blessings, but you don't want to get so deep into paying attention to that and sort of abusive to it, like, you know, taking all of these things and squandering them is far worse than not taking them at all. So don't squander, don't overdo it, don't abuse the gifts you have. And here we have the Knight of Cups, which is the beautiful energy of something being offered to you. And what's being offered to you is your ability to go within. This is the Seeker. So seeking your own inner light and allowing yourself to find your heart's desire again is what's being offered here. It's a chance to go within and restore yourself. So bring yourself out of this. This is a very need-filled energy, and when you get into that kind of thing, you just gobble up everything because you're trying to fill a hole. Try to remember that. Then we have the Ten of Swords, which is very strong with the removing something from your life that no longer needs to be there, and you had to have it. Like I said earlier, you have to have this to have this. This is the new beginning. So the old must go away for the new to begin. And so you've got to remove the doubt that you have that it can happen. You've got to remove any old habits that are going to hold you back. And remember that life is a circle. It's a cycle. Everything comes in circles, endless circles, over and over. A new cycle begins. One ends, one begins. And that's what this world card is about, stepping through into the portal, into the next beginning. And so in March, you're making a new start. And we have the High Priestess, beautiful, going with the flow, and the Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire being granted. This is an amazing combination. So by April, you should be back in center again and ready to move forward, feeling much more optimistic about life. So March and April. February, you're being very introspective, and that needs to happen too, because I think you get some huge blessing that comes in January that you feel like you may not deserve, and that kind of shocks you into, oh my goodness, this was a miracle. Let me check, let me realign myself. So there's an awakening happening, even though the Devil card is there. Sometimes we have to hit bottom, and then we see things. So here is the King of Swords. What we do is we hit bottom and then we appreciate things, is what my source just said. So the King of Swords is your energy with the Three of Rods. So this is checking out what's out there in the horizon and making a decision to move forward and leave some things behind here. So there's a change in work or a job position. Now we have the King of Wands with the King of Pentacles. This is a very secure and stable relationship. Two kings is not a bad thing. This is the King of Coins and the King of very hard work. The King of Wands can also be somebody who's really sort of a workaholic, because they're very good at what they do and they care. But it also sets them up to be the King of Coins, because they end up profiting from their long hours of work. So it looks like that's what you move into. So it's June. You should be reaping some benefit. And the Magician and the Ace of Rods. So definitely new job and the flourishing of the new job. So here's the new job. If you're working for yourself, it's still very fabulous. Taking root, blooming, blossoming, being very fertile, moving forward, manifesting it yourself, making something from nothing. Then we have the Six of Swords. And now this is an idea or some kind of plan that you've made that you're tentative of taking action on. This is needing more information, waiting for something to change. So this would be August that you're like considering making some kind of change. It doesn't necessarily mean changing jobs, but there's some new idea that you have that you'd like to implement. Temperance, which is saying be patient. We're working on things in your favor. This is the September energy. The human condition is to be very impatient, so we have to let the universe move the big stuff while we focus on the goal. The Seven of Swords is all about leaving something behind and taking what serves you and move forward. Leave the old stuff behind. You can't take everything with you all the time. We have to be able to shed things that no longer serve us, and that's what this September is about, leaving something behind. So you have the Queen of Wands and you have the Justice card. So this is all about getting something you deserve from the work you've done. Okay, this is being chosen above all others. This Justice card is a decision in your favor. So if some of you are looking to be leadership and you're not quite there yet, or if you're trying to take action on something and you're waiting for a decision, so this is maybe you've got this idea and you're waiting for someone to either collaborate with or come in with you as partner. This is the decision in your favor. Now, this is where you feel like maybe you've been forgotten or out in the cold. Maybe it's not working out. You think, oh God, it's not happening. I don't see it. Well, it's happening behind her head, so that's why she can't see it. And the universe says, how about I give you the Holy Grail, the elixir of life? How about I bless this brand new beginning in the utmost way? How about that? And you say, and the church says, amen. because that's amazing. So here we have it moving in the right direction. Everything is going great guns. And then we have where you're in the pause. So by December, you can get yourself stuck again in the overanalysis paralysis card here. That's the Hanged Man. You can get down anytime you want. So when you get through running yourself crazy with these thoughts, you've got to pick one and get down off the pole and make it happen. So that'll be what we're going to see what happens with that in 2020. So many blessings to you. I hope you have a fabulous new year, Aquarius. Thank you so much. This has been an amazing year. I appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you for the likes and shares. And blessings, blessings, blessings to you all. Namaste. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.